to join the military drills in what is being seen as a strong message to China. U.S. B-52 bomber left from Louisiana to join the military drills along with two aircraft carriers USS Nimitz and USS Ronald Reagan in the South China Sea on Sunday. The B-52 bomber is a long-range bomber of the U.S. This development comes shortly after the U.S. Navy issued a strong response to China saying that they would not be intimidated by them. U.S. Navy stares back at China. Earlier in the day, U.S. Navy's Chief of Information refused to be bullied by the threats issued by CPC-backed Global Times saying that its two aircraft carriers USS Nimitz and USS Ronald Reagan are not intimidated. The U.S. took a dig at the mouthpiece and wrote, "And yet, there they are." Two U.S. Navy aircraft carriers operating in the international waters of the South China Sea. China has scheduled a 5-day military drill around the Paracel Islands, claimed by Vietnam and China, in the South China Sea, starting from July 1. The United States has been strongly objecting to Beijing's sweeping claims on the South China Sea, calling it out for its unlawful maritime claims. The move by the Pentagon to relocate the B-52H strategic bomber to Guam in the Western Pacific and dual U.S. aircraft carriers staging exercises in the South China Sea amid large-scale exercises conducted by the People's Liberation Army's Navy in the South China Sea is not a coincidence but a blatant show of muscle. The bomber, which is capable of carrying cruise missiles and nuclear bombs, took off from Barksdale Air Force Base in the U.S. on Saturday and arrived at Guam after a 28-hour flight to demonstrate the commitment of the U.S. Indo-Pacific Command to the security and stability of the Indo-Pacific region, Russian media Sputnik reported. A B-52H bomber took off from its home station and participated in a maritime integration exercise with the USS Nimitz and USS Ronald Reagan carrier strike groups in the South China Sea before landing at Andersen Air Force Base, Guam, the website of the U.S. Pacific Air Forces reported. The U.S. Navy announced on Saturday that two strike groups with the nuclear-powered aircraft carriers USS Nimitz and USS Ronald Reagan as their flagships would begin cruising in the South China Sea. The U.S. Pacific Fleet said that in the course of air defense and airstrike operations, aircraft carrier strike groups with frigates will practice against possible attacks by the enemy. Including the B-52H, along with intercontinental ballistic missiles and strategic nuclear-powered submarines, are regarded as the three major nuclear weapon delivery platforms of the U.S. B-52H bombers can carry up to 31 tons of explosives more than 6,400 kilometers and can carry out its mission alone. The B-52 is the backbone of the U.S. bomber force. It has a history of more than 60 years. The U.S. military is expected to use the B-52 bomber until 2050.